Welcome back to the channel, Unconformed. Welcome to the club if you've never been here before. We are a Liverpool fan channel where we talk things, anything and all thing Liverpool. Today, we're going to be talking about the Liverpool versus Leipzig game. And man, if you're a Liverpool fan, and I've been saying this a lot lately, you're very happy with Arne Slot. There's not much more you can really ask from this man. 11 out of 12, all wins so far. And really, you could even count that Bournemouth game as a little bit of a fluke when things come down to it. And it still kind of irks Arne a little bit when he talks about it. But top of the league in the Premier League, top of the league in the Champions League as well. This was a match that I thought we were going to struggle way more with. And we beat Leipzig handily. There were a little scares here and there, and Luis Openda is a great striker and probably one of the best in the world right now. I think if he just can stay on side, he will be absolutely deadly. He already is deadly, but even more deadly in an era where strikers of his caliber are so rare, right? But Liverpool controlled the game. We controlled it from pretty much the 15th, 20th minute on all the way into the end, nearly 60% possession against a very dangerous Leipzig team who hasn't had a lot of joy in the Champions League, but they've been doing very, very well in the Bundesliga, and I believe they are still undefeated there. So this was a good test for Arne Slot, and for Darwin Núñez to steal that goal from Mo Salah and give him an assist. It does massive things, not only for Liverpool, but also for Darwin Núñez's confidence going forward, especially with Diogo Jota being out. But Arne Slot, insane statistics coming out from this man. And I don't even think FSG really knew what type of manager that they were getting when they hired him. 6 away wins, the first manager to ever do that in their first 6 games. The first manager to win their first 3 European games since Shankly, and top of the league in the Champions League, top of the league in the Premier League. Oh my word. What can you really ask for? 7 out of 12 games have been clean sheets as well. And get this, Arne Slot hasn't even signed a single one of the players that he actually wants. All of these are Klopp players. So the fact that he's been able to do this with a side that he didn't even really put together is very impressive. And I think it's time for Liverpool and Arne Slot to be taken very seriously, especially by our rivals and especially by the Liverpool fans themselves. I know we get that feeling that something's about to fall. Everything's going to start collapsing. You get that feeling because we're just so used to it from the Klopp era. I have a feeling that that may not come this time. We may be in an era of dominance or in the beginning of a dynasty that was built by Jurgen Klopp and seen through by Arne Slot. I am very, very excited, very happy with Arne Slot and what he's done with this Liverpool side. He's made us championship level. He's made us world class, elite. And I'm loving everything that I see. The control over the game, the confidence on the ball from every single player. And you can see the desire and the hunger for each player to want to do well for this manager. Having only been in charge for 6 months, 7 months now, it seems like a lot of these players have been playing in his system for forever. So imagine when Núñez gets more time and when Gakpo gets more time and Gravenberch and Luis Diaz and even Trent Alexander-Arnold, who looks like he's going to be, a future captain of this side and lead the charge for Arne Slot. Things look really good. It's a very good time to be a Liverpool fan. Seriously. But let's talk about the game. Darwin Núñez, he looks revitalized. He looks like a man that is actually trying to fight for his spot now. And he's doing a lot of different things, dropping deeper into midfield, winning the ball back. I've always said he was a great passer, and he has some really great assists, especially to Mo Salah. He's did a lot of that again today, and then being able to get that tap in from Mo will do massive things for his confidence. I think he was one of the better players on the pitch with Cody Gakpo, who was absolutely running the show from that left-hand side, with Kostas Tsimikas, who did a great job to deputize for Robbo today. There's not really much more you can ask for from those three. Cody Gakpo looked phenomenal today. I think he will eventually take that starting position off of Luis Diaz. I know Luis Diaz had a very hot start to the season, but Gakpo just looks like the real deal, the complete package on that left-hand side, especially today. I think one of the most underrated assets to his game is his ability to be able to cross with the right foot coming in from the left-hand side and do Trevellis with that right foot as well. Which he almost doubled Nunez's stat sheet with that Trivela in there and the point-blank shot that Gulassi saved somehow, some way. Former Liverpool goalkeeper, by the way. But my man of the match was Queeveen Callagher. He was out of control today. Didn't have a whole ton to do, but when he needed to, when his number was called, he was there. Made some crucial saves from Openda. A lot of those were offsides, and some crucial saves from Xabi Simons when we gave the ball away a couple times. He was my man of the match, was outstanding today, and he makes us not miss Alisson. When you have a goalkeeper of this level and this caliber, it's so hard to not miss him when he's injured. If he ever does get injured, in our case, Alisson gets injured pretty often, but we don't miss him because Callagher is that damn good. And if he's not a number one at Liverpool next season, he'll be a number one somewhere else. I can see him and Gigi battling out for that position, but he is my man of the match. And credit to RB, they looked good. They looked dangerous in moments, but they could not stay on side. But for the large parts of the game, Liverpool took control and they dominated this thing. But Arne is making Liverpool look like dark horses, not only in the Premier League, but also in the Champions League. There's only 3 sides left that are perfect. Us and Aston Villa, and I'm not sure what the third side is, but I may be Real Madrid. But it's just outstanding, some of the work that he's doing. Let's go over some of the things that are that Arne is a little bit up against, right? 0 signings, players wanting to leave and still wanting to leave, and players still leaving, right? Top players being out injured in Alisson and Elliott. You had Trent at the beginning of the season being a little dissentful in public. You had Trent, VVD, and Salah both being very public with their contract situation and all of the drama surrounding that. Yet you still are able to put together a season like this as Arne Slot. I am very impressed. I love what he's doing. And long may this continue. Just imagine when he's able to bring some of the players in that he needs or he feels like he needs. And imagine what these players who are performing under him will look like in 6, 7, 8 months from now. He's beat every expectation this season, yet there's still some people who are doubting this man. Arne has yet to make an excuse, even though he has all the excuses in the world to make. I mean, he lost at home to Bournemouth, right? He could have made a ton of excuses about the international break. He could have made a ton of excuses about the noon kickoffs, but he hasn't. This is the type of manager any club needs. And I'm glad we have him. I'm glad we don't have Arteta. I'm glad we don't have Xabi Alonso. I'm glad we didn't get Ruben Amorim. I think Arne Slot is the man for this Liverpool job. Graceful in defeat, learns his lessons, obsessed with perfection, and is constantly trying to improve and get better on the pitch by developing his players, by bringing better tactics versus buying players. I love it. And for some of you Liverpool fans out there, it might take 20 wins in a row for you guys to see it and start believing that we have something special on our hands. And if so be it, so be it. Outstanding start of the season, outstanding match, and we march on. Oh, and the officiating was absolutely terrible in this match, by the way. Arsenal at the weekend, it's a winnable match. I said that. I've been saying that for a couple weeks now. Arsenal at the weekend, we will win that match. Even if they were fit, I still think we win that match just from the style of play that Arteta is playing this season. I don't think it bodes well with Arne Slot's style of play where heavy possession is really what he wants, and he's happy beating you 1-0 if he needs to. It's going to be a tough task for Arsenal this weekend, but I think we walk away with another win. My prediction for that match is 2-0. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Love to hear your comments and what you think about the weekend, what you think about the match today, and then who was your man of the match. And if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are growing and growing and growing every single week. Almost at 3,000 subscribers. I think we can get there with this video. Help me out a little bit. Make sure you guys subscribe. And of course, put where you're watching from in the comments. We will see you in the next one. Peace. Boom.